What up, YouTube, man? Topaz Yates back for another end of year vlog. For those of you who are new to this channel, man, this is a annual tradition that I do where we just talk about things that's been going on with this channel and things just in general, man. As this year, ups and downs, like every year that you're a part of this, man. And especially with YouTube, like, I'm sure you guys have seen a good collection of individuals that has been falling off from YouTube. They saying that they're not doing videos no more because all of the videos are getting demonetized. And I feel that, but at the end of the day, my joint's been getting demonetized from a while ago. I just don't rely on this for income, you dig? So I ain't even all that mad. I'ma be here even while all these other people just go out because this is like a passion thing for me, you dig? I love listening to music and giving you guys my take on it and try to break it down logically for everything, man. So don't worry about me. I'm good. But so a lot has changed on this channel this year, man. One, I upgraded the whole setup right here. Like, for those of you who was here before, like, I had the green screen jumping, man, and I had like a different camera, but I upgraded all of that to what you're seeing right now, which I'm not done upgrading, but yet we're going to continue to see where it goes from here. Like, I definitely like the direction in which I'm going, but there's still growth to go. And I'm just going to slowly track there. Like, a lot of people have like their New Year's resolutions and all of that. And me coming into this year, not really. Because whenever I think of something that I need to do, I begin to contemplate how I want to do it, how unique and different I can do it from everybody else, and go do that. Like, I'm not waiting on a particular date. I'm just waiting for the ideas to hit me. So honestly, I'm not coming into this year with any New Year's resolutions or anything like that, man. I'm really just going for the gusto for what I have now, and when the next idea hit, I'm going with that next idea. And then I've been getting a whole bunch of comments as of recently, man, about my top 5 album list that I dropped, you did, which a lot of people upset with the list, saying that it's full of crap, even to the degree that people saying I'm unsubscribing and such right now because of this list. Ain't it funny how people try to hold the subscriptions over your head as though they're actually doing you a favor, as if they actually pay you money in order to continue to do stuff? Like, you just watch videos, dude. You overvaluing your hand here. Like, if you want to ride out, bro, ride out. But so let's go ahead and talk about this list, because you know, a lot of people looking at it like, man, you didn't add Brother Ali on there, which I did hear that album, for everybody that's been saying that, man, and I liked it. It's one of the snubs that I have for this year, going along with, say, Logic, going along with that Big Crit album. Even though I wasn't big on the Big Crit album, it still holds a nice amount of ranking within all of my songs that I keep for my playlist to go along with that Joey Badass. But see, here's the thing. The reason why number 5 was David Banner is because David Banner did what all of these projects did, but better. And yes, I know a lot of people is all about Rhapsody and saying that that project is so great because of what Joe Budden and Charlemagne said and all of that, man. But honestly, I wasn't really rocking with it like that. Like, one, they hyped it up way too much, saying that this is like some Dr. Dre, the Chronic type stuff. And it was a cool project. Like, I feel as though a lot of people are really thirsty for a phenomenal female rap album. You dig? They're so thirsty for that they're going to just give extra points to anybody that comes along. And I'm not knocking it. I'm not saying that it was a bad album. I'm saying that it wasn't top 5 quality. And this is something with me in my top 5 list for the mixtapes and all that, for the underground acts. Only one time have a female act actually made it to that, and it was Lannis London. I'm not seeking out women to put them in a position saying that this album was dope because of that. I'm waiting for the right people to pop up and deliver some quality music, you dig? So I ain't mad at that Rhapsody album. I'm just saying people are overhyping it, and it is what it is. Now, if you're mad about Rick Ross being number 4, then you just gonna hold that, because I'm not a huge Rick Ross fan. Like, every time he's featured on something, he's always never on topic and all that. But yet, for his particular album, he delivered some quality music. Like, he always has a good selection of producers that he chooses from. It's just he got everything right in this aspect. So I respect that album, and I liked a bunch of the songs in that. Meek Mill, some people mad about that being number 3. I'm like, bruh, he had all of the pressure against him. Everybody, including myself, was not rocking with Meek like that, man, how he went about the Drake battle, but he did exactly what he needed to do to get back in the favor of people, in which turned to just making quality music instead of him just trying to go at Drake all the time, man. Just let it go, create quality music, and people will get back into your favor. And I believe that has especially happened, seeing as though he has become a victim of injustice this year as well, man. Like, that album was the right thing at the right moment for him to come back from where he was at, where people were just completely crapping on him, saying that his career was done. That number 2 with Ritz on there, man, honestly, that could have been number 1. I enjoy a lot of those songs off of that project you did, and I've been a fan of the Ritz albums. As I broke down in the review, I knew it was going to land somewhere in the top 2 of this year, because honestly, his level of consistency that he's delivered over the years has been better than the vast majority of artists, and he never gets the shine for doing that. So if you're mad at that, hold that too. But number 1, some people saying Jeezy should not be there and all that, man. Like, you look at other things that came out this year, from 444 from Jay-Z to that Kendrick Lamar, and they want to talk about lyricism and all of that, how that's not included. If you feel as though 444 was a top album of this year, you're being disingenuous. Because, I mean, and I love Jay. I've always been a fan of Jay, man. I go back to Reasonable Doubt, some of my favorite music from there, and he's delivered on a lot of quality music throughout his career, but 444 was a letdown. Every song somewhat sounds the same. And if you want to see why that Kendrick album didn't make the list, go back to my review for that. Kendrick, he does his thing on the features. He be eating people up, eating legends up, but his albums, especially when he's been dropping the major albums and such, man, I mean, I love Section 80, but after Section 80, not so much. You dig? And we can disagree with that all day, but at the end of the day, man, those aren't albums that I'm rocking with. But that Jeezy, every time I turn on the songs that I like, I have to listen to them. Whenever I'm on my Spotify playlist, dude, it gets the most play. And I listen to the songs all the way. There's no skipping them. And I skip a bunch of songs from all of these other projects if I'm just not in the mood. But that Jeezy, that energy that he gives you right there, man, for this particular album, it never gets old. But like I've been saying, man, the South, when it comes to quality music, it honestly was running this year. Like, it's a lot like looking at the NFL if the Chargers made the playoffs, if the Rams made the playoffs, and if Oakland made the playoffs, man, all the way to the AFC and NFC championships, man. If that happened, then you would say that LA dominated the NFL. That's exactly how I feel about this. All of these Southern projects made my top list, so the South all but dominated this year. And that's really including my top 10 songs as well. When you got the number 1 joint on there was that Big Boy, in which I added 2 songs on there. And some people looking at it like, okay, how is it that Big Boy could have 2 of the best songs of this year, but they're not listed as a top album of this year? And simple. Like, look back at the Toronto Raptors when they had Vince Carter and Tracy McGrady, 2 of the best players at the time, but yet they weren't really a playoff team in the NBA. Same kind of thing. And I wish people were as passionate about that top 5 album list as they were about the top 5 underground mixtape list, because that was some fire. You feel me? Of individuals that you may not have known from, but yet you're not going to give them a chance because they're not known like that. But at the end of the day, man, it is what it is, man. We can disagree and all of that stuff, but if you rock with me, I rock with you, you dig? So we're going to go ahead and keep this thing pushing going into next year, man. Hopefully, I'll be able to get off in the right foot and make some videos for tomorrow, but you never know. It's still a holiday, so we'll see. But everybody out there, man, Happy New Year's to y'all, man. Hope y'all continue to rock with your boy. Keep pushing. I hope you enjoyed the show. You can follow me at Twitter up there, and you can go to downloadpads.com. That's down there to read today's article.